Hello, how's it going? So today I wanted to do a video because I've seen a lot of, let's say, backlash on the internet with a particular game, and you've probably seen it from the title, SPLIGATE 2. People are saying that, oh, we expected something way more than what the developer presented. The BR, it was a bad decision. SPLIGATE 2 is awful. Steam, the reviews are really bad on Steam. And I'll tell you the surprising part about that. I played the game when it was in its beta stage before the full release on Steam, on PC. And I checked the reviews before I even pressed play. They were overwhelmingly positive on Steam during the beta. People were bragging about, oh man, the gameplay's great, it feels so much better than SPLIGATE 1, everything's perfect. We love the developers are talking, they're communicating with us. Nothing but positive things. So what changed? It was the game show event, and I could be botching that, it could be called something different, but I'm sure you get the idea. The developer finally gets on stage to make his big announcement that he's been hyping up about the game. And he's wearing a hat, a t-shirt, he gets up on stage, he says, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, he says, hey, we're bringing a BR to SPLIGATE 2, we finally have bundles that you can buy in the shop, we've been working on this battle royale, we're proud of it, we think you'll like it, and we hope to hear back from you guys. That's pretty much the end of it. Alright, right after that, the internet goes wild about a hat. Yeah. A hat that you put on your head. And from my gathering, it was the political aspect of the hat. Apparently it resembled Trump's hat. It was bad, blah 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 blah. Like, what are we doing? Are we judging a game based on the game, or our opinions about political statements or political nonsense mambo jumbo? So I done some research and I'm like, okay, is this political? Because it wouldn't be smart as a developer to put anything political in your game. It really wouldn't. It's not a good idea. It's supposed to be a game, a place you can escape political nonsense. So I looked it up. It wasn't political. We have a president currently, Donald Trump, and that was his big push, was to make America great again. And this guy has a desire to do right by gaming. Get out. He has a desire to make games good, and that's what he wanted to do. Therefore, he made a hat. Make FPS great again. Why does that have to be a conundrum? Why does that have to be a problem? Regardless of that, I dropped in to try the Battle Royale. And it's actually pretty solid. It's a fun Battle Royale. Is it game changing? Like some of the things he was kind of throwing out there? No. He did kind of over pushed our expectations a little bit. Not gonna lie there. However, it's a solid Battle Royale. It's fun, it still has that movement, it has that changeability during matches, different weapons, anything could happen in the match. Pretty good. The downsides, it is not optimized yet. So I have an RX 6800 16GB VRAM graphics card. I'm playing on a 1080p monitor. Shouldn't struggle one little bit with a game like that, especially an FPS game. I'm talking I get 200 some frames in Marvel Rivals on high settings. I get about 160 in Fortnite. What other games do I play? I play a few others, and I get solid FPS across the board. This game, it says I was running high FPS, but I put up my own overlay, and it was just frame spiking a lot. What I mean by that is, yes, it would run high frame rate here and there, but it would also dip down extremely low really fast and dip back up, creating visual issues, input issues. That's things we don't like. So that should be the developer's number one focus right now, optimizing the game. I've even seen some people say that it feels weird on console, like it's not fully optimized yet on console. So get that figured out. I think we have a solid game here. And Splitgate isn't just a battle royale. That's what I love about it. Like, it's an arena shooter. It's big map design. Like, there's a lot of potential with this game. If any of you gamers out there, try to remember how Fortnite started. When Fortnite began, mostly children played the game. I mean, it was almost 90% kids, and adults and older teenagers would see them playing it like, that's like a cartoon game, that's silly, I wouldn't have fun with that, whatever. Then after a few months seeing the kid play it, like, dude, he can't still be playing this game, no way it's that fun. And the kid finally talks the adult or the older teenager into it. That's all it takes. That's all it took right there. Once they started playing it, they're like, wait, this ain't just a shooting game. I can fly. I can use Spider-Man gauntlets and web swing across the map. What? Not only that, I can dance and ride a train and do the most unique emotes I've ever seen. And Fortnite was the game. They started telling their friends at work. They started telling other kids, older kids, to play it with them as a family. Fortnite became massive, and it still is today. It is still leading the genre. No matter what anyone says, Fortnite is still top tier. It is number one. It's right behind GTA as the most played game in the world. So my point is, another good thing that really gravitated people with Fortnite is gamers started making their own games in the Fortnite world, because Fortnite said, hey, here is a sandbox. Make any castle in the world that you want. Design it however, play on it, create your own game mode, go crazy. And it absolutely changed Fortnite forever. Kids not only had to play Battle Royale, they could just get in there and use Spider-Man webs. Play with their buddies and goof off if they wanted to. And those serious gamers that like to build and really take advantage of the Fortnite mechanics, they have specific game modes for that. Build fights, 1v1s, 5v5, box fights, tower box fights, you name it. I'm saying this because Splitgate 2 has a map creating element. And what that means is, in time, especially once they get the performance down pat, they get all these kinks worked out, they add some things to it to make it fun and not just a shooting game, a place where people can just really cut loose. The community can go crazy. They can make their own modes. They can do what they want in the game. So, do I think the Battle Royale was a bad play on the developer's part? I do not. It was not a bad play. Battle Royales are still on the top charts of most played games on Steam, on console, you name it. Yeah, there's games out there that do better than BRs, of course, but you don't have to spend $80 to jump in a Battle Royale game and play with some friends. They're free, and it's a challenge. You gotta find guns, you have to assemble a squad, you have to run from the zone. It's it's something people are used to and they have fun doing. However, it does get stale. It does get boring if there's not enough in the game to keep people engaged. That's why Fortnite succeeds. I think Fortnite's only issue right now is they're getting crazy with money. Battle Pass, OG Pass, subscribe to Fortnite every month and get even more skins, and da-da-da-da-da. It's just money hungry constantly now. Which I get it, they gotta make money. Understood. But I think it throws a lot of people off. Another thing Fortnite I admire and I also think is becoming a weakness at the same time. It's a double-edged sword. They are always evolving, always changing. They're not afraid to adapt. That can be very good, but it can also be very bad. I think it was a couple seasons ago, I started playing and they introduced a new movement mechanic. You could bounce off walls, you could bounce off trees, and I thought that was so cool. Like, yes, keep this in the game, let people get used to it, learn how to adapt it in fights, and it will be really fun. But they didn't keep it. They done this with their stamina. They've changed the stamina and sprint speed so many times that if you take a month or so off Fortnite and come back to it, you feel like you're playing a different game, and you don't want to feel like that. You spend all this time getting good at Fortnite, now you're feeling like you have to relearn things. They slowed down jumping, like you can only jump a couple times and then you just can't jump at all. You have bricks on your feet. So they may have a reason for it, it may be a good one, sure. But changing things too much, too often is a problem. It's a big problem. I think that SPLIGATE 2 they have a great base to build something here. And I think it's obvious that the developers look at AAA games a lot, and they base their designs and what they want to do with their game off these other enterprises, if you will, industries. And that's good. If they truly learn from the mistakes of other companies and attack according to those mistakes, prevent those from happening in their game, it's going to be a good game. Right now, you'll jump in. The whole purpose of this video is to dissuade the hate from this game. But I do also want to be 100% honest with you in my opinions and what to expect. So when you jump in this game, nothing is flashy. Nothing really stands out, even though it is science-like, it's a futuristic type game. Nothing's flashy yet. It kind of feels a little bare bone, like it's still in progress, if that makes sense, like a beta phase. You're going to feel that vibe from it. However, once you get in a game, especially arena mode, gotta try arena mode. Like that I think that's their bread and butter right now, because it performs a lot better than the Battle Royale. You get a taste for high octane gameplay. You can really take advantage of movement, experience what it's like to be in gunfights constantly, and use your abilities and try different things. Arena is a good start. It's a fun game. It is. The movement feels great. I think their movement is up there with Apex right now. They don't have wall bouncing yet. I hope they include it. I really do. I think they're going to, because the developers are constantly talking about Titanfall. I think we might see that in the future if they keep this game going. So let's close this video up. I don't want it to be crazy long. SPLIGATE 2, don't believe the criticism until you try it for yourself. At least jump in there and give it a shot, see what you think. This happened with a lot of games, guys. Cyberpunk, they had a rough start at the beginning, but now Cyberpunk is well known as one of the greats. Like, it's a great game. I own it. I beat it. I love it. You can't just judge a game off its first takeoff, its first few weeks, its first month. Give it a chance. Try it out. See what you think. That's all I have today. Thank you. If you watch this full video, I appreciate it. I'm learning content creation. I am learning to post videos, and a follow, a comment, give me some advice, what you think would make it better. I'm all for it. And thank you so much for your time.